Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. As you see right here, the Usos set to defend the Tag Team Championships against Elias and Riddle. The Usos having a busy week. They start off beginning on the red brand, and they continue on if they can still retain their titles onto the blue brand. But we'll talk about what's coming up later. Also, too, JBL does his high stakes invitational poker tournament. JBL do a poker tournament. I don't know how that poker tournament is going to be. We'll talk about the poker tournament. What the fallout was in the poker tournament, and who participated. We'll talk about that. Also, too, on Raw, we know that Becky Lynch was a part of a match with huge ramifications. As you see right here, two women matches, two women triple threat matches. Whoever won their respective triple threat matches advanced to meet each other next week to become the number one contender for the Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, who also had a busy week as well. We'll talk about Bianca's busy week and what accomplishments that she had laid out for herself coming up. Also, too, on Hot Topics, we're talking about the latest about wrestling legend Barry Windham being in the ICU and needs your prayer and support. What's going on with Barry Windham? We'll talk about it coming up, as well as the rumblings and the rumors and reports about William Regal expected to reportedly come back to WWE. We'll get to that and all. We'll start with the Pro Wrestling Show. Start right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, once again, this is the Pro Wrestling Show on Connect TV, live on our main YouTube channel and our social media platforms. Thank you all. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. What a Pro Wrestling Show we have for you tonight. We thank you for watching. Thank you all once again. All right, let's get started with the Pro Wrestling Show. As you see right here, this is the main story. The WWE Tag Team Champion, Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos, who had momentum on their side in the legendary tag team reign, and they continue. Jimmy and Jay, they defend the Tag Team Championship to start their busy week against Elias and Riddle. Well, we know Jimmy and Jay also got a lot on their plate as well, as we know that whoever emerged victorious will go against Sheamus and the Sheamus and the Brawling Brutes. I'll say that the Brawling Brutes next this Friday on SmackDown. Which one of these teams were going to be victorious? But we kick things off with the Usos. The Usos starting off with Solo Sakai in their corner as they're enforcing away. Solo Sakai playing dividends like he always does with Solo and stuff. But Matt Riddle came out there earlier to least expected to put out the challenge that Elias was not able to compete. So Matt Riddle decides to bring out Matt Riddle decides to bring out KO Kevin Owens to help even up the odds. Kevin Owens coming out there and replacing Elias. I don't know why Matt Riddle even done that, bringing KO in, a KO in place. Well, the Tag Team Championship match was concluded with the Usos emerged victorious, even with Solo, even attacking Matt Riddle and leaving Matt Riddle out with that spike. Solo acting more like his uncle Umaga, causing damage in the first place to Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle had to be seriously helped out. You see right there, Matt Riddle being attended to by medical and personnel to get in the ambulance and stuff. Matt Riddle being led out by the Usos, the Bloodline. The Usos continue their tag team championship reign as Matt Riddle and KO didn't get the job done. Now we know that the Usos are setting their sights on Monday, on Friday, I meant to say, when they defend the tag team championships against Sheamus and Butch, who will be waiting. As Sheamus had said earlier on last Friday, he'd be waiting. So the Usos got through tonight with Riddle and KO after what KO did, after what Solo did to Riddle. So we'll see that. Speaking of that, the man, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, the man, came out the crowd as normally like she like to do. Like to be the voice of the people and stuff. Becky Lynch coming out there with people. Becky Lynch taunting Bayley about her. Bayley does not want no part of Becky and saying Becky is a waste of time. Well, Becky did try to get away and stuff until she got confronted by Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley confronted Becky. Becky was leaving. Rhea Ripley has her sights set on becoming the women's champion. Now we know that it's two triple threat matches. Bayley taking on Rhea Ripley and Asuka in one match against whoever advances that match goes against the winner of tonight's main event, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, and Becky Lynch in the other. We know that Becky Lynch and Bayley, this is going to be intriguing coming up, that we might see these possibilities at Royal Rumble between these two women heading towards the Rumble. Also, too, Seth Rollins will go against Bobby Lashley next week for a number one contenders match to see who will face Austin Theory one-on-one. Well, Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins had their face-to-face and they had a confrontation. The confrontation didn't seem to be as pleased as both men brawled at each other. Both men trying to jock in position. And Seth Rollins wants to be the one to get that championship match against Theory next week. But Adam Pearce warned Bobby Lashley about Brock Lesnar. Bobby Lashley said that Brock Lesnar is jealous of him. Okay. I didn't see that coming. Brock Lesnar might be jealous. Who knows? And stuff. Brock Lesnar. But look for Brock to return at the Royal Rumble and have his issues settled with Bobby Lashley one way or another. Well, we get to one of the matches, the women's triple threat matches. We get to the triple threat when Asuka took on Bayley and Rhea Ripley in a match. We know Asuka and Bayley. Bayley does not want Asuka near in the match. Bayley won her match by winning. Bayley advances on, but we had to wait and see who will Bayley meet in her match. Who Bayley will face? Either Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, or Nikki Cross. We just had to wait and see on that. Well, it gets more interesting as well as the wrestling god JBL. JBL, who's been the former WWE champion, the longest reigning SmackDown champion, hosted his own little high stakes poker game. And JBL didn't disappoint one bit. JBL brought out everybody in this high stakes poker game. Even Dexter Lumis made an appearance, wanted to wage all his money in the poker game. You had the OC out there. You had American Alpha and a lot of folks. Baron Corbin, as usual, JBL's protege, was there. Dexter Lumis won the match, but it led to a match as well as the OC take on Corbin and Alpha with JBL in their corner. The OC get the job done one bit, winning their match over American Alpha and Corbin. It was a high stakes match. JBL didn't see the point of why is American Alpha and Corbin didn't get the job done, but hey. And it also led to another match. Akira Cesaro was against Dominic. Dominic won his match against Cesaro. Dominic acting arrogant and cocky as usual. And Dominic got like a chip on his shoulder, Hopefully Dominic Mysterio can find a broom out his butt, but you know how that be. Plus two, Gangaro, Candice with his wife. And Dexter Lumis all backstage talking about the poker game, but Dexter won. Dexter Lumis the lucky man winning the poker game, but no chances are how that be. But we know this, that Candice LeRae will take on one half of the women's tag team champions, Io Sky, next week. And also, too, we told you that either be Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, or Nikki Cross taking on Bayley. The winner be number one contender for the Raw Women's title. And this could be the number one contender at Royal Rumble, if you ask me. Well, speaking of the Raw Women's champion, Bianca Belair says she don't care who she faces. She is ready and game for whoever steps up once again. We'll have to wait and see. Plus two, United States champion Theory calling out Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali answering the call against Theory. Mustafa Ali getting pummeled by Theory. Theory won his match over Ali. Ali can't never catch a break, but that's how I be sometimes with that. But hopefully Mustafa Ali probably get his role down the line, but you never know. And finally, the main event. We can see the main event if we can. The main event was this: the triple threat match, the second triple threat match. Becky Lynch taking on Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Could this be Becky Lynch's moment? Could this be Becky Lynch's moment to grab that female brass wing and win and fight Bayley, who she wants to face real bad? Well, Becky Lynch went against had to go through a lot of women. She had to go through Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, both women who were tag team champions before went, but damage control prevented Becky Lynch to win by driving Becky to the table. Becky didn't see it coming. Alexa Bliss took over and capitalized, hit twisted Bliss, and now is the new number one contender for the Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss now in the saddle to go against Bayley one-on-one, and we'll see that match next week. Alexa Bliss versus Bayley one-on-one. Can Alexa Bliss get the job done and defeat Bayley to become the next Raw Women's Champion? Only time will tell. And what does this mean for Becky Lynch? What does she go from here? Losing her opportunity. Only time will tell on that. But Becky Lynch will not have an opportunity to wrestle for the championship against Bianca Belair. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But Alexa Bliss now get the job done and stuff. All right, we'll tell you this coming up next week on Raw. Candice LeRae taking on Io Sky, one half of the women's tag team champions, one-on-one. And Alexa Bliss takes on Bayley. The winner meets Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title. All right, that ends the Raw Ring Report. We move forward to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics tonight. Right now, we want to send our prayers to former NWA champion Barry Windham. Barry Windham, one part of the legendary group, the Four Horsemen. He had suffered a heart attack this past week. Barry Windham was in Atlanta when he had suffered a heart attack in the airport. And his niece is trying to set up a GoFundMe account. And they asked that you want to donate. I'm going to donate this week. So just send my prayers and condolences to Barry Windham, one of the all-time greats, the uncle of Bray Wyatt, and got the other boy name, but hey, Barry Windham, our thoughts are with you at this time, and hope you get better. And we hope so. Barry Windham, a true wrestling great. Remember that lariat clothesline when he was younger. Speaking of that, William Regal had got his AEW contract. William Regal reportedly no longer part of All Elite Wrestling and expected to reportedly join WWE soon to be back with Triple H. Now, this is a great catch for WWE. We heard rumors and reports that Regal didn't want to be part of AEW anymore. After that. So we hope William Regal make WWE great again with Triple H by his side. So hopefully. Well, we know that that Bianca Belair, the Raw Women's Champion, is awaiting her next challenger. Well, Bianca has done some extracurricular activities. Bianca Belair won this past weekend a female bodybuilding competition in Georgia, and here are the pics to show you. Bianca Belair looking fine and divine, winning picks, and look at her awards trophy. Good for Bianca. Good for her. She won. Bianca Belair never gave up on that spirit. And congratulations to Bianca on her accomplishments. Speaking of that, the Usos may have won are the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, but May had defeated Kevin Owens and Riddle tonight, but when they got a lot on their plate coming up this Friday on SmackDown, when they have to defend the Tag Team Championships against Sheamus and Butch, they have a busy week. But PW Pro Wrestling Illustrated has done them the number one tag team of the world, and they are. The Usos have done it, and the Usos continue to dominate with their tag team streak, along with their cousin Roman, who is the number one wrestler on their auspices as number one wrestler. So they're number one tag team, number one wrestlers. They're kind of number one in WWE as the heavyweight champion, the undisputed heavyweight champion, and the undisputed tag team champions. Congratulations to both the Usos and Roman Reigns in the bloodline to making this accomplishment, this feat. Okay. Also, too, we're hearing reports that Nature Boy Ric Flair said on his podcast, Woo Nation, not Woo Nation, but to be the man, Ric Flair. Peacock announces a biography documentary becoming Ric Flair. It'll be happening after Christmas. Why they just couldn't do it on Christmas? They might do it on Christmas, who knows? But Nature Boy Ric Flair will get his biopic on Peacock, and it was nice. We'll explore the life of WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair. Screams the day after Christmas. So congratulations to Ric Flair. He made mention of it, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Also, too, Kobe Carino of the NWA may be leaving the NWA and joining WWE. Kobe Carino, the son of Steve Carino, will be making his way into the into WWE after leaving the National Wrestling Alliance. So expect Kobe Carino to be a free agent coming up, and come expect to sign WWE. They ain't seeing it with Madness, but who knows what's going on with Madness? So we don't know. So hopefully, how all this plays out. All right, we're gonna end it with this. Alexa Bliss. If we say Alexa Bliss gets her opportunity to shine to get back in the women's division, she had to go through Bayley to do so. So thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show, Raw Ring Report. We hope to see you tomorrow for the NXT Ring Report and give you all the latest and latest on the NXT news. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long, and thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show.